everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you notice that I look totally different than I do in the thumbnail, it is because it's a different day and I already filmed this video, but I decided to refilm it because I watched it back and it was kind of, I don't know, I just wasn't happy with it. Today I'm going to be talking about how I cope with my depression. So I've had depression now for a few years, and it's not as bad as it was 3 or 4 years ago. I was at a really dark place. I remember sitting in a Starbucks and watching the traffic go by and wanting to jump in front of it. So it is safe to say that I am definitely not at that place, and I am going to share with you some tips on how I cope with it. The first thing that I have done in order to cope with my depression is I've set goals for myself. I've made a 5-year plan. It's not like, it's not in a scrapbook anywhere and it's not like written down, but I do have goals that I want to achieve. Also, I'm sorry if it's really distracting, but I'm not wearing makeup today. My face is breaking out, probably because of all the makeup I've been wearing lately, but this one is like, oh, it's so bad. It's right before my period, and whew, we all know how that goes. So yeah, I have set goals for myself. One of them is to publish my poetry book. Working on that has honestly saved me. Like, writing down my feelings and knowing that eventually they'll be out there to help other people has just, it's been so great. And it is an actual achievable goal. It's not, the first step is obviously to set goals, but not to set goals that you are never going to accomplish. I've really been getting into the power of like manifestation, and I believe that you can do anything you set your mind to. It's the same thing. You just have to really want it and believe that it's possible, and you can achieve it. The first step, set goals. Whether it is write a book and publish it, or go to the grocery store, which brings me into my next step or piece of advice. Get a planner. You can make one, you can buy one, get a planner. It is so helpful. You can plan out your week, whether it is just going to work, coming home, putting on a load of laundry, you have to clean the cat box, write an essay for school, anything. As long as you are writing it down and you stick to those goals and you get them done, you are going to feel such a sense of accomplishment, rather than know that you have all these goals and they're all swirling around in your head and you're like, oh my god, like I'm never going to get these done. You can. You just have to go step by step, take it slow, don't overwhelm yourself. Which is, I guess, my 2.5 point. Don't try to do everything all at once, because you're definitely going to fail, or you're just going to be really overwhelmed and stressed, and that's not good either. Don't do that. My third piece of advice, there's going to be 5, by the way, I think. Could be more. Anyway, third piece of advice, leave the house. Try and leave the house every day. Even if you just step outside in the backyard, just leave the house. Get some fresh air. I don't know what it is, but like, just inhaling fresh air is good for you. Your room might be dusty, or it might be dark in there, and it might contribute to your sad mood. You never know. These are all things that have worked for me, by the way. This isn't like obviously going to work for everyone. It really depends on how severe your depression is. There are obviously suicide hotlines that you can call. There are therapists that you can call, and there are medications that people who do choose to do that can take. But for me, these have been the things that have worked. I do not currently go to therapy. I don't currently take any medications, although I am considering both of those things. I'm still not quite there yet, but we will see. My fourth point is eat something. There have been so many times where I've been upset or mad or about to go into like a depressive episode, and I've eaten something and it's made me feel so much better. It hasn't cured what I was upset about, but it helped me take the first step to, having a better day, which is definitely helpful if you're having a crappy one. Was that my fourth point? I think so. Fifth point, talk to somebody. Even if it's like your best friend, a parent, somebody you trust and that you know that you can talk to about your mental health, talk to them. Tell them that you feel like crap. Like, just, vent a little bit, because trust me, it does help. Try to listen to what they're telling you, because I know personally for me, like, my best friend is so good at giving me advice. We are each other's therapists, I guess you'd say. I do not get paid enough. No, I'm just joking. I have learned that I have to listen and not just talk. So sometimes I just talk to her, Talking to somebody can be really beneficial. And I know that a lot of times I have felt like nobody actually likes me, nobody wants to deal with it. Trust me when I tell you, because I have known people who have taken the next step in their depression, and I'm sure you know what I mean by that. And everyone around them says, I wish they had just said something. I wish they had talked to me, because talking to someone, whether it's a suicide hotline or it is a teacher, boyfriend, girlfriend, best friend, parent, whatever, talking to someone is 1,000 times better than them having to plan a funeral. So talk to somebody. It might not seem like anybody cares, but that is your brain telling you that. It is not the case. There are people who are willing to listen. Heck, message me on Twitter, Bethany Dahl, 2 Y's. I will listen. But yeah, I think that basically covers everything. Oh, my next point. And I'm gonna number this, whatever number it is, when I edit, so I know which one it is. My next point is, do not listen to sad music when you are sad. Don't do it. I know it obviously, like, I'm preaching to the choir, I do it, but it's probably not the best course of action, especially if you're like really, really depressed and you listen to a song that's like, I'm the worst person in the world, like I'm gonna, jump off a bridge or something like that. Don't do it. I recommend Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. That is such a good song. Get up and dance. Don't listen to sad music. Also, there's another one. This is definitely more than 5, but like, it's fine. There is something else that I read where if you stay in bed all day, like if you eat in bed, you do your schoolwork in bed, all that stuff, it will literally make you more depressed. When you do your schoolwork or you eat, sit at the table when you eat, sit on the couch when you eat, sit at your desk when you do your schoolwork. Don't sit on your bed. I know it's comfortable, I know it's a safe space, but it will make you overtired and it will make you more depressed. That way, when you crawl in bed at night, you're like, oh yes, I've been waiting for this, and you'll sleep so much better. I think this also goes with insomnia. I don't have insomnia. I'm up anyways. So I'm kind of nocturnal. If you have insomnia, it's probably a good tip as well, which can also come from depression. Insomnia can. Those are some things that have worked for me. Basically, like if you're super depressed and you really can't be alone with your thoughts, distractions will help you. Obviously, it's not a cure, but That's my advice. And as I said before, these are not things that are going to work for everybody. These are just things that have worked for me in the past. And my depression is at a manageable place. Not where I was like 4 years ago with no direction in life and no idea what the hell I was going to do. I also have anxiety, but I think that's going to be another video because my anxiety is like down here. My depression is up here in terms of like, this is a good place, this is a bad place. We are not at a manageable place yet with that. So like, I'm still figuring out what to do about it, but I think that's going to be a separate video. Let me know if you want to see that. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you know when I'm posting and what I'm talking about, because I don't want to talk to myself, that's weird. Well, it's not really that weird, I do it anyways, but you know. And follow my socials so that way you can stay up to date if I'm not around and don't post a video, because I'm not holding myself to impossible standards. We don't do that in this house. And just comment and let me know if you guys have any video ideas. I'll be more than happy to do them. I have some really, really exciting videos coming up that I'm so excited to share with you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.